being so slippery. I'm not. You're just really bad at writing sequels. You don't know that. You're literally my first sequel. And you think the villain is dumb enough to make a plot happen like that? I've already scrapped that draft. You've been bugging me to write your sequel for ages, and now that I'm doing it, you're being so unreasonable. Unreasonable? You're adding a dozen new characters. Because the story is expanding. Should we do something? Nah, we try to get in the middle of that, it'll just distract her. Best let them both tucker each other out. Should I be worried? Because I'm supposed to get a sequel at some point, too. Not before me. By the time she makes her way to Heart of Silver, she'll be a pro. Yeah. I hate to be that girl, but my publication date is in 2 months, and we really need to start promoting. Oh, promoting you will be easy, alright? I've already got several videos made and ready to go for release because you are not being a little bitch. Because I have standards! Alrighty, first up in How Political Are You Bingo is queer characters existing in your story. Oh, I got that one! You know, I feel like that should be a free space. No, you're thinking strong female characters. Those are consistently more present and play center stage throughout our stories, while queer characters are sometimes minor instead of major characters. Fair point. Next up, immigration and refugees. Me again! Fuck yeah! Does a nomadic paladin causing chaos across the continent count? No, but I think your necromancer who has to keep moving to stay alive does. Nice. Justice reform. Yes! The main character's mother is executed in Chapter 3. I think I can take this one. The system in my world actually kind of works. Does that count? Yeah, and I had a priestess try to sentence a teenager to death, and that only didn't work because the would-be executioner has a heart. Does that count? I'm going to say yes to which because your halfway decent justice system is designed to highlight all the ways our justice system fails in the face of domestic violence. Blackwing, I was originally going to say no because the setup for that was pure fantasy, but a quick look at an American history book will tell you that such sentences have happened before, usually to BIPOC boys, so I'll say yes. Alright, I know that's a win for me, but it really doesn't feel like it. Next up, trauma. How the hell is that political? Well, some governmental bodies either fail to address common traumas in its populace, or it even causes those traumas. Like mine. And mine. Genocides tend to leave their mark. My villain is an emperor, does that? Even if it didn't, literally all of your characters have trauma. Mark it off. Next, the importance of not rewriting or erasing history to fit a specific agenda. Yeah. I don't think I have that one. I've got, historical snapshots spliced into my story, but I don't think that counts for anything besides exposition. You are correct. Next. Neurodivergent people existing. That one I have. Agreed. Hey, me too! Nope, not me. Women in power. Yes! There's the free space. It would not be an Olanji book without that. Rape and domestic violence are bad, actually. That's a hot take? Apparently so. Well, isn't that so deeply fucked up? Oh, bingo! Who the fuck made Witch cry? And on a related note, can I borrow your sword? Get your own. She's reading her book reviews. Since the book release was last month, there are a lot more of them, especially from people who actually bought the book rather than receiving it for free from the publisher. Okay, I know that I don't come out until October and I don't even have cover art yet, but that just seems like a really bad idea. Oh, no, the reviews aren't what's making her cry. That'd be the fan mail. Ah. That'll do it. What the hell kind of fans are writing to her to make her cry like that? Hey, Witch, what'd this one say?
It's another SA survivor who's on their healing journey, and they said that reading me really helped them come to terms with their trauma, and now they're finally seeking therapy so they can be a better mom to their kid and not make it a generational issue.
That kind of fan. How the fuck do you even respond to that?
I don't know.
So what type of fan mail do you usually get? Autistic readers grateful to see proper or at least respectful representation, and a couple who point out that Olivia's nonverbal aspect of her nonverbal autism doesn't quite line up with reality. Pedantic bastards. Not at all. The author's note at the front quite literally asked for such criticisms, and we found a solution. Citadel as a town is worse than terrible at diagnosing and treating mental health. That gives Ilonji a gaping wide narrative loophole to explore mutism and the potential of recovery after the character is removed from such a hostile environment for a long enough period of time. Huh. Yeah, I've got a few DID fans who pointed out that Akeda is accidentally coded that way. She's not coming back until Volume 3, which gives us a lot of time for research. Might as well lean in, right? You're assuming you're going to get a Volume 2. Fuck you. At least I don't have a publisher breathing down her neck. Deadlines are motivational. They're stressful. Self-pub for the win! Remind me, how much money has she had to shell out just to put you on shelves? Worth every penny, baby. Agree to disagree. Okay, what's the deal with the reluctant hero trope? My hero isn't reluctant. She goes right into enemy territory to get answers, despite several people and basic common sense telling her not to. Yeah, and isn't your necromancer character reluctant? Well, the paladin isn't, and that's what makes her fun. It drives the plot. And honestly, Antiku is only token reluctant. He'll bitch and moan about doing the right thing, but never actually hesitate to do it. Well, the hero's journey is full of a lot of trauma. Most sensible people don't go for that without at least a little hesitation, or unless they have no other choice. Who said the heroes need to be sensible? Common sense does not seem to be all that common among protagonists. Shit, it's practically punished in mine. Oh, your hero's reluctant too? Oh, yeah, no, the villain's the driving force in this one. He kidnaps one of my heroes and frames the other hero for it, so they're both very reluctantly dragged into the mess. They just wanted to clean up their act and start new lives, but things like crime and murder and violent revolution aren't so easily left in the dust. Who exactly is the villain in your story? Wait a minute, wait a goddamn minute. I know all of us dive into the moral gray area from time to time, but Heart of Iron, it sounds like you've got a little more of that than usual. Well, yeah, both of the POV heroes have done horrible things in their backstory that they're trying to redeem themselves from, but it still actively impacts their lives. And the villain has a very strict no-kill rule. The villain refuses to kill anyone. It's a fairy thing, mostly. The two protagonist fairies don't hesitate, and neither does one of the human protagonists. They're an ex-felon. I am so confused. I'm not. You're not? No, murder is not the most morally repugnant thing a person can do. There are plenty of things a person can suffer through that makes them wish for death. Oh. Okay. I get it now. Sounds like your villain is worse than mine. Or possibly even mine. He's genuinely trying to do what he thinks is right. And that is avenging the murder of his wife, for one. Oh no, his wife died? Yeah, one of the main characters was his mentor and just straight up murked his wife during a war in the Fae realm. He's been trying to get justice for like 200 years and finally reached the point where he has to do it himself. Holy gods, do you have a sympathetic villain? I thought we didn't get those. What exactly was this war about? The subjugation of humanity in the Fae realm, which my villain would very much like to resume. Oh. Yeah, not that sympathetic. Hey, have you guys seen these trending novels on BookTalk? Social media is not good for my mental health, so no. Oh, any good ones? A couple. It's always a sludge of cheaply printed excrement with a handful of true gems. Oh, you're just salty that you're not a bestseller. And credence is, I think I have a right to my saltiness. But yeah, but it didn't get any awards or nominations like you did. It's usually a lot of romances too. Like 75% of all top 10 book lists or best-selling books tend to be romance. That's nowhere near our focus. Yeah. You think if we had more of that, we'd be trending? I have romance. I even have a whole spicy scene. Yes, with a genuinely good man in touch with his emotions, not her stalker or assaulter. Of course not. My main character just escaped being a concubine to an evil emperor. Yeah, exactly. You can't have realistic consequences of trauma in your romance, not unless it's magically healed with the right dick. That is so not how that works. Well, my main character is aromantic, so don't look at me for romance anytime soon. My sequel does set up a romantic subplot for the third book, but I don't think it's going to get explicit. What's your excuse? Too many underage minors looking forward to my release. And how many F-bombs per page?
In the corners of my mind I roam, a forest built where dreams call home. Hushed whispers sneak through ancient trees, carrying secrets on the midnight breeze. Oh, whispered shadows in the dark, sewn in my diary with every spark. A fantasy dance of stars collides. Your voice guides me where the wild hearts hide. Pages stained with moonlight's glow, ink like rivers that softly flow. Every word a truth untamed. The wild in me cannot be chained. Oh, whispered shadows in the dark, sewn in my diary with every spark. A fantasy dance of stars collide. Your voice guides me where the wild hearts hide. The echoes bend through twilight's veil, a spectral realm where truths prevail. With every line I carve a sky and piece together the worlds that lie. Morning weeps, yet I still stray through scribbled paths in yesterday. A fleeting tale I can't rewind, but whispered shadows still remind. In the forest deep, where shadows fall, lives a queen who stands so proud and tall. Her throne of whispers, her kingdom's call, with dragons fierce who hearken all. Through the misty woods her anthem rings, a symphony of wild and wondrous things. With scales and wings and ancient kings, she She's the spirit of forgotten springs. Raise your voice like a dragon's roar. Queens of old, we will be no more. In our hearts, we feel the core, strength and power forevermore. Beneath the moon, with stars so bright, she dances in the silver light. Her gaze is sharp, her spirit might, a queen who guards the forest night. Through shadows deep, through oceans wide, her echoes heard on every tide. In legend now, her name's our guide to lands where ancient secrets hide. With a gaze like embers burning gold, she leads her tales of legends told. Her story's one of courage bold, in songs of old she will unfold. Raise your voice like a dragon's roar. Queens of old, we will be no more. In our hearts, we feel the core, strength and power forevermore. Beneath the moon, with stars so bright, she dances in the silver light. Her gaze is sharp, her spirit